Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. Sorry, I'm just a minute late here. I had to run upstairs and get something to show you. I thought I had them down here. Well, I thought I had an extra copy down here. All right, let's get busy. Okay, let me make this big so I can see comments. Let me know that you're here. And I'm going to get started. I see I do have a little bit of reflection down here, but we're going to go with it. I don't think it'll be too distracting. Welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in Minnesota. I do go by North Star Stamper. Stampin' Up! Has me as Susan Kramer, just so you know. And there's multiple of us. I am the one in Minnesota. And you can find me in all these places if you want to shop with me. My website, or if you need to email me, northstarstamper@gmail.com. All right, so if you are my customer, you should have received these in the mail last week, I believe. And I think the whole country has seen them now. I don't know. These are the January through April mini catalog and the celebration brochure. This promotion runs January 4th through February 29th. Yes, next year is a leap year. We're going to do something fun on the 29th, I think, just because we don't see that day very often. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but you can follow along if you have it. What else? Let me know if you need a copy. One of you did request a copy, and I have not mailed that to you yet. I think I'll have time tomorrow to run to the post office to get both of these to you. But if you need one, if you don't work with another demonstrator, let me know. I'd be happy to get those to you. All right, you may notice my beautiful glass mat in this brochure. Let me tell you what page it's on, so you can see what I'm talking about. On page 17, one of the join specials, should you so choose it. You can join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator for $99, and the extra bonus you get during celebration is this glass mat. I am loving this. It is so nice and smooth. My friend did remind me that it's glass and it's going to scratch. I've been using it for about a week already, and I'm really careful. I don't have any scratches on there. It came with these corners, and I think they're just protective, but I'm going to leave them on as long as I can. They do come off. But I'm loving it. So you get the glass mat. It is not magnetic, which I wish it were. And you get this, which they did this demonstration. It sticks to the mat. It's just a tray to help us keep organized. Our spots do fit in there. I don't have one handy. And then it also comes with this cloth. It is made of the same material as our chamois, but it is about, I don't know, a quarter. I was going to say a third, but I think it's like a quarter, maybe a fifth of the width. And you use it to clean off your mat. But I have it quite wet. You know I like my cleaning things wet, so I'm going to grab a paper towel. Otherwise, paper is going to stick to my glass. So I am loving this mat. With this, I can stamp solid images and not need a cushion underneath. Actually, I think we'll start with that. I will demonstrate the glass mat. So if you join Stampin' Up!, you can choose this as an option. If you don't want the glass mat for whatever reason, you can get an extra $30 in your starter kit of products that you choose if you join during celebration. So those are your two options if you join. Check out that brochure. There's, oh, I see that's a little crooked, so I'm going to put this crooked. There are items you can earn for free with purchase, and if you host a workshop, you get bonuses too. So we'll talk about that another time. Today, we are talking about making this cute little box. It's just made out of a full sheet of cardstock with 2 small pieces of designer series paper, some ribbon, and then I added this just kind of at the last minute. I have some of these to make for friends who lead our Bible study, and it perfectly holds. Hello everybody, sorry I forgot to look at comments. I got so excited about my glass mat. So let's see. I'm going to count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here are 8 cards and envelopes. And, oh, there's lots of room. I could fit more. Oh, why are they not going in? There we go. There. Look at that. I don't know that I would carry it by the handles. It's just kind of cute because it is just adhesive. So I think it's really cute. And I need 2 more of these, so I'm going to show you how I made it. Sorry if this is not new to you, but I really like them. I've given a couple of them already, but I've added a couple. I added this little pocket here, so that's kind of new. Let's see who we have today. Hello, Anne. Thank you for joining me. Melissa, hello. And Chuck may be with Christine. Hello. And Kathy. And Mom and Dad. And Alma. All right. I will keep an eye on that for questions. So, our bag that holds cards takes a full sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 11. I'm going to pull out my trimmer. Make sure I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to score. I guess that, let me see if I can move that, see if that makes a difference. Oh, there we go. I got rid of the glass there. When I'm scoring or cutting anything less than 1.5 inches, I like to use the measurements on the right side of my trimmer. So I'm going to go on this side to measure 1.25 inches. Let me open this. 1.25, and I'm going to score. This seems kind of funny, but trust me. Actually, let me show you this. So these first two score lines are making the side of our box. So that at first I'm like, wait, is that right? Is that right? So 1.25. You could go here and do 1.25, but I actually like to flip it over and do 1.25 on both sides. So it's 1.25 on both sides, or 1.25 and 7.25. So those are the sides on the 8.5 inch side. We're going to turn it to the 11, and now we're going to score this one and this one. So you can play around with these measurements. These work great, so I'm going to stick with them. We're going to go 4.5. I'm going to hold my paper firmly. 4.5 and 6.5. All right. So it's that one time where you need to pull out the arm of your trimmer. And then I'm going to flip this over and burnish all those scorings. So the first two, 1.25 from each side. Are you like me and you're rushing around getting those last few things done? I can't believe Christmas is in a week. I've got some more stocking stuffers to purchase. Got a couple today. So there's the 4.5 and the 6.5. Sorry, that is kind of noisy, isn't it? All right. So there's our box, or the makings of our box. If you can see that, I think you can. Right, let me move my cursor there. Okay. Hello, hello, and hello, Deb Anderson. I will get to see you tomorrow. I was going to message you later. Some local demonstrators are getting together to craft. Okay, and then I'm going to trim, or just on that score line, just to the other score line. So the 4.5 to the 1.25, just so we can make our box. And all 4 of those. Hopefully you've made boxes before. This one is so easy. I couldn't believe I had never seen this one before, because I've been creating things like this for, oh my gosh, 20 plus years. All right, when I make 3D projects, I like to use my tear and tape. I'm just going to put the tear and tape on now. We're not actually going to close it yet. No, you know what? We're going to decorate it next. Okay, to add our DSP, those pieces are 3 by 4.5. If you remember, we scored at 4.5. So this is 4.5 and this is 3. Obviously, you can change those measurements. And this one I made into a little pocket for a tag so that I can thank my friend. So we're going to do that next. Where did my paper go? It's right here under my other stuff. So these are 3 by 4 1/4. Yes, 3 by 4 1/2. Sorry, 3 by 4 1/2. I will put these in the video description. I'm going to take my curved label punch. I really wanted it to go this direction, but if I go this direction, it barely goes halfway. So I'm just going to do it upside down. And I did push it all the way in, but I centered it on there. And I'm only going to do one side. And then I have a piece of white that's a little under 2 by 4 1/2. I started with 5 1/2, but this stuck way up here. So I cut an inch off, and I think that's perfect. Any of our tag topper punches would work. We have a few other old ones. This is a current one. So I'm going to push that all the way in and punch that to make our beautiful decorative topper. So if you have a different topper, you may have one that needs a ribbon or whatever. But this is what I'm doing today. All right. Now, to put the designer series paper, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to put this here. So I'm going to measure it a little bit, but then kind of eyeball it. I'm not real good at eyeballing. So I have my, use whatever you need to do, but I have my scoring lines at 6 and 12. So I know 9 is my middle. I'm going to put adhesive. Look at the cute paper. This is one of the new papers in that mini catalog. It's the Be Mine Sweet. It's at the very beginning of the catalog if you want to take a peek. But I just needed something bright and cheery. So this time I am going to kind of eyeball the middle of my DSP. Put it about at the 9. So that's pretty close. All right, so I'm going to turn it around. And then I'm going to remember not to put adhesive here, because that is where my tag is going to slide into. So I'm going to put a lot of adhesive up at the top and then go around the edges of that to make a pocket. Okay. So I just made that other one like 10 minutes ago, so one of the reasons I was running around not quite prepared exactly at 7:30 today. I'm going to put quite a bit right there, but pull it towards there. All right. So I have a lot up here, and then I just went around the edge. And I'm going to I want the pocket this way. So again, 12 and 6, and center it on the 9. Just like that. Let's put this in here. I'm not going to push it all the way down, or it will hit this adhesive down here. Sorry, it's upside down for you, but you get the idea. All right. I was using my glass mat to measure that. And so there's going to be our pocket on the front. All right. So this color happens to be Sweet Sorbet. And I have some Sweet Sorbet ribbon. That other one was red. I thought it matched close enough. I don't think she'll notice that it isn't exactly the same here. There's a lot of Sweet Sorbet, so I thought this looked a little better. So what I like to do, make sure you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to use tear and tape, again, because this is going to hold my handle. So I'm going to put it on the edge of my designer series paper. And good, I did that on, I wanted to show you this, so I'm glad I did that. I have a little extra there, but that's fine. We're going to fold it back on itself. So this tear and tape is awesome. I love it. It's a very strong adhesive, but it's so easy to work with. All right, and there I have it long too. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to burnish it really well and take it off. But remember, that was too long. I'm going to fold it back on itself. I don't want to tuck it under, or that could make a mess of what I put in it. All right, take this liner off, maybe. Oh, burnish better and try again. How are your holiday plans coming along? Have you made your cookies and decorated your house and sent your Christmas cards and all those fun things? We're getting there slowly. We are not ready yet. Is this wide enough? I think this is a little too wide. So I'm going to use my finger and pull this adhesive back on itself from that side and from this side. I think the ribbon was just as long as my adhesive. So I should have planned ahead a little better. So I'm just pushing that adhesive back on itself. So you may do, rather than running over to find different ribbon. And that's nice and flat. So I'm going to put that there. Oh, perfect. Look at that. All right. And then I have to decide how long I want my handle. I don't want it too long. So, about there. And then I put it right on my adhesive, and I don't feel any adhesive, any sticky under my finger there when I rub it, so that's good. And then we're going to trim that right there. And rather than measuring that, what I like to do is use this, the one that's already down, as my kind of my model. So I'm going to lay that around, put that around, and trim it right there. Alright, put the scissors where they go, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Let's see if I have a thinner. I don't. We don't make thinner adhesive than this, but I know Paper Pumpkin will sometimes include adhesive like this, and they have been known to include narrower ones. But I don't have any left. I did have some for a while and I still used it. I think my friends will be surprised with these on Wednesday. Alright, burnish that well. You can see I'm short here, but that's alright. I'm going to take this off. And then I'm going to put this right on top. There might be a slight bump under my ribbon right there where it overlaps, but that's okay. And there too, I do want adhesive all the way at the top. So Alma, I don't know if you got to see, I gave Holly and Alyssa bags with cards. So I don't know if you got to see Alyssa's bag. That was one of the few I've made already. All right, remember, it's too wide, so I'm going to push my adhesive back on itself. I think our Stampin' Seal Plus would work as well. I have trouble using that, so I don't use it. I prefer the tear tape. It reminds me of the days when I would ask Tony for adhesive, and he'd ask me, what's the application? So he could give me the right adhesive. All right. So I'm going to lay my ribbon right along my adhesive. And the other one. Right along the adhesive, and I feel adhesive here, so I pull it up. I'm going to push that some more. Right there. All right. There we go. All right, let's put this box together. All right, so I know this is the front, and so I want these flaps to fold over the back flaps. So I'm going to put adhesive on those, what I'm calling the front flaps. Oops. And then just to finish off the inside, I like to put adhesive. Well, you know what? When I put these cards in, they did sort of stick on this little flap because I had it like that. What if we go like this? It kind of makes a mess on the outside. Nope, there's enough space. I am going to put it there. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the insides of these two small flaps. It'll make a nice sturdy bottom for a bag or box. What would you call this? It's a bag because it has handles, but it's more in the shape of a box. I don't know. That's why my description had both. So I'm going to pull all my liners off. There's 2. Sorry, I'm not looking at comments. Kathy says, I need to remember how to make this bag. Sometimes I donate cards to organizations. This makes a lovely presentation. Thank you, Kathy. I thought so too. Like I said, this was 8 cards, and you could easily fit, I don't know about twice as many, but you could easily fit 10 with an envelope, and those have plastic liners or plastic envelopes over them. Okay, so I'm going to put this one up first, and then put this over the back. Sorry, I need to sit down to do this. Sorry if my head got... Okay. So I want it to be nice and square, so I'm doing it flat on the table, not up in the air like this. I keep it flat on my table. So I'll put the back side in first, and then the front. There we go. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to, you can see the flap is up there. I'm going to use my bone folder along there to finish that. All right. Let's do a little bit of stamping. I know I haven't done any stamping, have I? So this is the stamp set that coordinates with that designer series paper, Be My Valentine. There is a punch that punches out this bee and the wings and the antenna. I wasn't going to use that. Let me take these cards out. Didn't expect it to be heavy. So on this one, I was going to stamp these flowers on the bottom of my tag, and then I was just going to thank my friend there, and then she could use this as a bookmark if she'd like. So this stamp set has kind of similar flowers, so I was going to use one of these and then this one. I haven't used that yet. Let's see. There's that one, and this little flower. And I wanted to demonstrate this because I want you to see how this glass mat works. I am loving it. I really, really am. Okay, so we're going to use, some of the colors in the paper are Daffodil Delight, Pool Party, Sweet Sorbet, and Lemon Lime Twist. So obviously the Lemon Lime Twist is our stems and leaves. So we're going to do 3. One tall in the middle, and this one off to the side. And I went off here, so there's probably green on my mat. So I'm just going to use this cloth and wipe it. Like I said, I keep that cloth really wet because I get ink all over my fingers too, and I'll use that cloth to clean my fingers. And I've been using this for over a week, and it was stained a little bit. Right there you can see. But it's not too bad. They listen to us, and Stampin' Up! Really does a good job of listening to us. Because the chamois being purple, I haven't used the backside yet, got stained after 1 or 2 uses. Being gray, this will stay cleaner a lot longer. All right, clean that off. All right, nice and dry. And let's add some flowers. You know what? We'll do one of each. Look how clear that is on my glass mat. That is a very solid stamp. Oh, I should have done yellow first. Okay. Let's make sure I get all that red off. I wasn't thinking. All right, just got carried away. And we'll do a blue one. Let's clean this up, get this out of the way before I get green everywhere. Such fun colors. You know what, we'll do Daffodil Delight next. Daffodil Delight. Just stamp on my notes. Can you tell I have brand new ink pads? When we had that sale before Thanksgiving, I updated some of my ink pads. I had old linen pads, and it was so frustrating because they work differently, the foam pads versus the linen pads, and to have to remember how to use them, it was getting too frustrating. So it was time to replace them. So there's my little tag to go in this one. You know what? While I have it out, let's see what we want to do here. I don't know if I have the same flowers. Maybe we'll just do a bunch of red and yellow flowers with that one. And get another tiny block. Sorry, I'm making a mess. I like to keep it clean. Alright, so this is mostly red and it's got the yellow in the middle, but they didn't give us a little dot for the inside of this. So I think I'm just going to do red and yellow. So Daffodil Delight and Sweet Sorbet. And we're just going to put random flowers. Sorry, was I off camera? No, I think I'm good. Go off the edge. And odd numbers. Alright, so this is the only thing I have to be careful about the mat. So I went off the edge of my project, so now I have yellow on my project, or I mean on the mat, which isn't too bad. If this is going to go on my project and I'm going to adhere it, nobody will see the back. But since this is a tag, I don't want to get the back messy, so I am going to clean that up. So I have to be aware of what I'm stamping on. Because normally I stamp on grid paper and it just absorbs. When I go off the edge like that, my grid paper absorbs that ink. But obviously the glass mat does not absorb it. So I'm getting used to it. And this one. Oh, sorry. I want to make sure you can see how lovely this stamps. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it. Ta-da! Ta-da! And I cleaned it right away so it doesn't look like that stained very much. Maybe a tad. They must have changed how they make them. Alright, and there's the tag for this one. I have one more to make, so I will make that and take pictures, and I think I will put this on my blog on Friday. I have not been blogging on Friday like I said I would. And there we go. So there's that tag on that cute bag, and there's this one. Again, I will, do you want the measurements real quick? Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Melissa says, yes, I just need snow. So you're telling me you're ready for Christmas and you need snow? I'm sorry, we are not going to have a white Christmas here. We might see some flakes, I guess. But I think they forecasted rain and 41 for Christmas Day. So, Melissa, I think you'll have to go up north if you want some snow. It'll be here, though. Don't worry. Okay, that's what I have for you today. Did you want the measurements again? I'll run them by, just in case. Oh, they are so cute. I'm very happy with these. So the cardstock is 8.5 by 11. You score on the 8.5 side at 1 1/4 and 7 1/4, which is 1 1/4 from the sides. Then that makes your sides. And then you score on the other way, the 8.5 side, at 4.5 and 6.5 to make the bottom. You snip the short sides. You snip them to make your box. The designer series paper is 3 by 4.5, and then I used my curved label punch to make a pocket, so I could add a tag, and my tag was 4.5 by 2, or almost 2. It was like 1 7/8, so that I could easily fit it into my tag punch. And that makes, and then don't forget to leave this bottom part adhesive free so that it becomes a pocket. And then ribbon, it's about 16 inches on each handle, give or take, depending on how long you want your handles. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. Next Monday is Christmas, and the Monday after that is New Year's Day, and I think I'm going to be busy. So you will probably be busy too and not be available for a live video. So I will be recording videos for the next 2 Mondays. So something will go live at 7:30, both on Facebook and on YouTube. But I don't expect you to watch them right away. I just want you to know that they're there when you have time and you get back to stamping. Again, the B is from the new mini catalog, so I guess I'm ready to start showing you products from these two publications. So be watching for those. And again, if you did not get these and you don't already have a demonstrator, let me know and I'll pop some in the mail to you. So thank you. I'm glad you like it. I thought these were cute. Oh, you can't see them. I thought these were very cute. And like I said, my friends will appreciate the cards. Most people do love my cards. Most. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Oh, I'll say Merry Christmas because you won't hear from me before then. So take care, everybody, and enjoy the holidays. Bye.